This is the first of several lessons on adjectives. In this lesson, we will cover adjective agreement. Just like articles, Spanish adjectives must agree with the nouns they describe in both gender and number. So, for example, el edificio is masculine, so any adjective used to describe it will also be masculine. El edificio alto, los edificios altos. La camisa is feminine, so any adjective used to describe it must also be feminine. La camisa blanca, las camisas blancas. Most adjectives end in o in their masculine singular forms and a in their feminine singular forms. In their plural forms, most adjectives simply add an s afterwards. El brazo flaco, los brazos flacos. La pierna flaca, las piernas flacas. Adjectives that end in e or ista have the same masculine singular and feminine singular forms, and they still add an s in their plural forms. El libro interesante, los libros interesantes. La silla interesante, las sillas interesantes. So the adjective interesante remains the same in the masculine and feminine singular, and then adds an s in the plural form. El hombre pesimista, los hombres pesimistas. La mujer pesimista, las mujeres pesimistas. So the adjective pesimista also remains the same in the masculine singular and feminine singular, and then it adds an s in the plural form. Most adjectives that end in consonants have the same masculine singular and feminine singular forms, but they add an es in their plural forms. There are exceptions to this, which we will look at next. El hombre joven, los hombres jóvenes. La mujer joven, las mujeres jóvenes. So the adjective joven remains the same in the masculine singular and feminine singular forms, and then it adds an es in the plural form. El libro difícil, los libros difíciles. La prueba difícil, las pruebas difíciles. So the adjective difícil also remains the same in the masculine singular and feminine singular forms. It then adds an es in the plural form. Adjectives that end in a z will change the z to a c before adding an es in their plural forms. This is the same way that Spanish nouns ending in z form their plurals as well. El hijo feliz, los hijos felices. La hija feliz, las hijas felices. So feliz remains the same in the masculine singular and feminine singular forms, and then in the plural form it changes the z to a c, and then adds an es. As for adjectives ending in or, on, and in, they will add an a in their feminine singular form, an es in their masculine plural form, and an as in their feminine plural form. Their masculine singular form will not add anything. El médico trabajador, los médicos trabajadores. La enfermera trabajadora, las enfermeras trabajadoras. El hombre cabezón, los hombres cabezones. La mujer cabezona, las mujeres cabezonas. So for the adjectives trabajador and cabezón, they do not add anything in their masculine singular forms. They add an a in their feminine singular forms. They add an es in their masculine plural forms, and add an as in their feminine plural forms. As for adjectives that end in erior, they do not have a separate feminine form. El cuarto exterior, los cuartos exteriores. La puerta exterior, las puertas exteriores. So the adjective exterior remains the same in the masculine and feminine singular, and in the plural form it adds an es for both the masculine and feminine plural forms. This is a chart which may make it easier to summarize the rules for adjective, gender, and number agreement. And that covers the basics of adjective agreement. As I always say, I would very much appreciate it if you could please do me a favor and share this video series with your friends and teachers. And that is all for now, so until next time.